How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Lead Therapy, and thank you so very much for taking time for tuning into my video. The Supreme Court of the United States has ordered a lower court to review a Massachusetts gun law. We all know that the state of Massachusetts isn't exactly gun-friendly. They never have been and never going to be. Ironic considering Lexington and Concord are there, and the British were coming to take away their guns. However, that anti-gun hostility doesn't mean the state can ignore the law. That's why legal challenges to gun control laws exist. On Tuesday, the Supreme Court sent a challenge to one Massachusetts gun law back to the lower courts. The Supreme Court this week ordered a lower court to reconsider a controversial Massachusetts gun control law, a directive the High Court gave in light of recently issued jurisprudence regarding the Second Amendment to the United States Constitution. The Massachusetts law in question was brought by a state resident who was prohibited from purchasing pistols there due to him being convicted of unlawfully carrying a handgun in 2004. The U.S. District Court of Massachusetts found that the law in question was constitutional under the Second Amendment, which broadly recognizes a right to possess firearms. An appeals court subsequently affirmed that decision. The Supreme Court, however, this week ordered the ruling vacated and the case be remanded to United States Court of Appeals for the First Circuit for further consideration in light of its decision earlier this year in New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruen. Since Bruen said you can't put undue burdens on one's ability to lawfully carry a firearm, it seems the court is directing the lower court to consider that the individual in question should never had such a conviction in the first place, which of course is perfectly fair. When you create barriers for people to lawfully carry a firearm, many law-abiding citizens will simply carry it anyways. Robert Heinlein once wrote, "I am free no matter what rules surround me. If I find them tolerable, I tolerate them. If I find them too obnoxious, I break them. I am free because I know that I alone am morally responsible for everything I do." So some people in Massachusetts did. They were arrested and barred from buying firearms because of that. Now it looks like the lower court may well be forced to rule against the state and its erroneous gun control regulations. That's ultimately good news for the people of Massachusetts. There's no way they should have been punished as severely as the law in question tries to do, especially since it looks like a felony. So what will happen? It seems that if the law in question is overturned, those felony convictions become vacated. In other words, it looks like they were never arrested, at least for the purpose of buying a gun. This will be a case that a lot of people will be following. However, this looks to be the kind of thing where Bruen will be playing a huge factor in years to come, which is part of why anti-gunners hate it so much. As always, let me know your thoughts about the story in the comments section down below. And please take time to help the channel out by liking, sharing, and subscribing, and hit those post notifications. And I'll see you guys in the next video.